All right. So I think this next partnership has paid a lot of dividends. Creating not just training, but that's what I'm familiar with as a developer of recurrent training, partnering with AOPA to provide them with content and also to receive content from them to help us understand what happens in the GA community has been such a valuable partnership. So let me welcome to the stage to give out the AOPA Safety Institute Flight Assist Commendations Award, our dear friend from NATCA, Richard McSpadden.
Thank you. This vibrant GA industry that we have contributes to $247 billion in economic activity and 1.2 million jobs. People come from all over the world to fly in this country. And they do so not just because of the access and the freedom and the beautiful things they can see. It's because of the safety and the professionalism. It's why I was really proud to present Rich Santa and NATCA our General Aviation Safety Award this past March at our annual awards event. But beyond that, we know there are some representatives in NATCA and controllers that save lives every single day. And so we tried to come up with some awards that recognize some of the things that we see across the national airspace system, and just a small way to say thank you. So please join me in congratulating the following for our Air Safety Institute Flight Assist Commendation Awards. For assisting a VFR pilot who was stuck in IMC conditions and needed help descending safely and finding somewhere safe to land, we'd like to recognize from Newark Tower, Angela Dialosa and team members Michael Jones and Joseph Tesseriro. From Cleveland Center, we'd like to recognize Jeff Smith for assisting a pilot who had stumbled from VFR into IMC conditions, and it's a situation that's terrorizing for pilots that aren't trained to do it. And at the same time, he was experiencing some moderate to severe turbulence while stuck in IMC conditions. So thank you, Jeff Smith from Cleveland Center. Our airplanes are remarkably reliable across the entire NAS, even in general aviation, but sometimes they fail and systems fail. Fortunately, on the other side of the radio is a NATCA controller to help pilots stay calm and provide all the resources available to help land them safely. In these situations, we would like to thank from Indianapolis Tower for assisting a pilot who had smoke in the cockpit, followed by an engine failure in bad weather at night. Now that's a bad day. You're in bad weather at night, smoke in the cockpit and engine failure. Thankfully, on the other side of the radio was Todd Hilton and his colleague Jarrett McKinney from Indianapolis Tower, so thank you. And another pilot who had an engine problem in IMC conditions, and we'd like to thank the folks from Cincinnati Tower, Justin Dobso and team member Zach Huck, for their support of that pilot. From Columbia Tower, we'd like to thank and recognize William Henson and team members Justin Mendelson, Gregory Mack, and Philippe Vincini for their support of a pilot who also had a partial engine failure at Columbia Tower. And finally, stuck in IMC conditions, pilots are reliant upon the technology and the instrumentation in their cockpits. When those systems fail, you're effectively flying in the weather blind. But thankfully, for this pilot at a Dallas-Fort Worth, when he experienced this malfunction in IMC conditions, from DFW TRACON, Michael Coyne was on the other side of the radio to help him through it, and we're thankful he was there. So we'd like to thank all of these controllers and the help they provided these pilots. We'd like to take a photo opportunity or pictures for everyone that's in the audience. And so please join me to the right of the stage after the award ceremony. I just want to thank them and thank all of you again for what you do every day to make this the safest airspace system in the world. Thank you.
That's amazing, being recognized by industry. Very, very cool. Also being recognized by industry is our next award. And before I bring up the presenters, I do want to acknowledge that RTX is our current and longest grand benefactor level sponsor. They were also the first industry sponsor of CFS. We could not do this without our sponsors. And so I want to bring to the stage from RTX to present the Controller of the Year Award, the Director of Strategy and ATM Programs, Rachel Jackson and Chris Roger.
So good afternoon, everybody. You know, Communicating for Safety continues to be the premier safety event in aviation, and we want to thank Rich and Andrew and John Murdoch. He made me be sure I said his last name so everybody would know who he was, and the Safety Committee for again putting on this incredible conference. Those of us who build and deploy air traffic management systems can't do so without the involvement of the controller workforce whom we serve. Air traffic systems require ongoing design and evaluation by the user community, and we at RTX and the FAA program offices that we work with have benefited from the collaboration that we have with NATCA and the representatives who spend their time and their energy providing their operational expertise, their knowledge, their vision for the continued evolution of critical safety of life systems. So our Controller of the Year Award has been presented to many worthy individuals: Aaron Rose, Jim Ullman, and last year's awardees, Eric Avila and Adam Rhodes. This year's recipient joins them as someone who has contributed to the safety of the NAS by his dedication to the mission he serves.
Since June 2019, Kyle Ness has actively worked at the Minneapolis TRACON while also serving as the NATCA representative for STARS. During this time, Kyle has sacrificed extensive time away to ensure STARS facilities have the proper hardware and software to safely operate within the National Airspace System. Kyle is the ultimate professional, and by presenting this award to him, RTX recognizes his contribution to improved air safety through the continuous modernization of STARS. Kyle is distinguished in his vocation by his amazingly calm demeanor, while always providing technical expertise and collaborative leadership to dissect and resolve difficult and complex issues. He always maintains that NATCA controllers have the ultimate responsibility for the safety of the flying public and are the ones operating the systems as part of that sacred trust. His efforts to bring a quality, safe, and effective product to the controller workforce while also working collaboratively with industry sets him apart and has made a difference in a successful STARS system. Please join us in congratulating Kyle Ness, the 2023 recipient of the RTX Controller of the Year Award.
Is going to give me a heart rate alert. Wow, what an honor. I'm extremely humbled and proud. I'm very proud of the partnership that NATCA has with the TAMR program office and all the STARS stakeholders, RTX, second level engineering, the DOD, AJ, all the AJs, NATCA OSF, everyone. Through that partnership, we've done some amazing things. When I came into TAMR as a SME, we were poised to deliver STARS, G4 and G4 Elite to the terminal NAS, 150 TRACONs, 300 towers. It's a huge undertaking. But that partnership, that unified effort, got us there. And that continues today as we sustain STARS and look to the next round of tech refresh. And it's really a wonderful thing to be a part of. And it's even sweeter to bring the controller perspective to that work group and to be the voice of the bargaining unit and give them the best product possible. So I'm very proud to work with the talented and driven people involved. Some are in this room today. Thank you for your support. Thank you to my local for their support. And if my family are watching, thank you for their support. Thank you all so much.